Hey you guys, C here. Thank you so much for clicking to join me in today's video. I'm really excited about this one. Today I start the execution of my very first Halloween costume. Well, my second, because I did buy some costume off of Amazon, really quick and easy. Bumblebee, I think I was. I was a bumblebee when I was pregnant with one of the kids, just to be a good sport at work. But this year, I'm actually putting a lot of thought and effort into it. I grew up in a really religious household. It wasn't aligned with our faith. I wasn't allowed to celebrate it as an adult because I've gone my whole life without it. I didn't take interest in it, not until I had my kids, and my kids are really excited. And I think it feels so good to just let loose and have fun and live vicariously through them. And so mommy is going to be a good sport, and mommy is actually more excited, I think, than them. So I've decorated the front porch with Halloween decorations, and I'm working with a good friend of mine, and we'll be trick-or-treating with her kids. And so my kids are excited, and I love that. I love that for them. I love that for me. So in my true fashion, my love of pink, and for being a girly girl, I'm going as Barbie. So let's get into the details. But before we get into the details, yes, I have waited to the last minute. I have a week until Halloween, and that's okay. We're gonna knock this out, and you'll see why. So I did pick up some stretch velvet, got lucky with this score. I knew I'd be able to find pink. I might not have been able to find the shade of pink that I wanted, and I didn't. But I wanted to make sure that I could find fabric at a good price that would fit me good, and this stretch velvet is great. Now, unfortunately, because of the material, it's not gonna be year-round for me. And because it is velvet, that puts me at wearing it fall and winter, and my design is not really going to be suitable for that. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to play much on it being a reworn me made. I picked up this stretch velvet in this hot pink from Hobby Lobby. The fabric was originally priced at $8.99 a yard. It was, after the 40%, it was $5.39. I picked up 3 yards, so that put that at $16.17. I picked up 3 yards because I had no idea what patterns I was going to use. I just felt like 3 yards would be enough to achieve a top and a bottom. I did stumble across some inspiration photos, and I will share them on the screen. I've also picked up some accessories, so I have pink sunglasses, I have pink heart earrings that are super cute. I also have a Western hat, a cowboy hat that's pink. And shoes, I'm not worried about that. I have tons of shoes. I do feel like I'm going to be pushing it just a bit because I will be wearing this to work. So I still want to be modest, but I still want to look good. And I still want to leave myself a little bit of room to wear it again. Oh, and I also picked up single fold bias tape because I knew I wanted my top to be sleeveless, and because I didn't know what top I was going for, I wanted my armholes to be clean, have a nice finish, and I know that I've mentioned time and time again, I like bias tape. It just works for me. All right, so I came home and I shopped my pattern stash, and I came across Simplicity 9784. This is just a simple top pattern with 3 variations. I'm going to go with view A. It has a button enclosure at the back, at the top center back. Because I'm wearing this to work, I will not be wearing a crop top. I will be extending the length. I opted to go with A as opposed to B and C because I don't want any part of my back showing. This pattern does not require single fold bias tape for view A, but we just might use it instead. This pattern is rated as very easy, and you know I like that because that means there are very few steps, very few pieces, very little time that I have to invest into this pattern to achieve my look. And because I procrastinate, it makes me happy. Now, view A is, there are 10 pieces total for this pattern, and view A requires, dun, 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 3 pieces. I love that. I love that. So you got a front, side, front, and a back. Boom. 3 pieces for that. And it looks like it has, let me get my mind right. Let's see, really know what I'm getting myself into. View A has 6 steps. You've got to be lying. Hold on. Is that right? Oh my God, it has 6 steps. It has 6 steps. Okay. That honestly just made my day. Okay, that made my day. All right, that is for the top. I'm excited about that. I did not purchase a button because once again, I didn't know what pattern I was gonna go with, but I do have several buttons in my stash. Now that I have taken a liking to making buttonholes and attaching buttons using my machine, I do have a bit of a button stash now, so I'm excited about that one. Okay, now for the bottom, I pulled out Simplicity 9751. Unlike the top, I have worked with this pattern before. I did View C and View A earlier in the year. I'll drop some pictures. And for this pattern, I'm going to go with View D. I'm going to cut it at the shin. So where it starts to flare is where I'm going to cut it. And I'm either going to make a flounce, I don't know how, but I'm either going to make a flounce or I'm going to gather fabric at the leg to get that flowy, flounce, flirty, little drapey part on the pants. That's a lot of words to say what I want. Once again, picture on the screen for your reference, okay? So that's what I want to do with that. I may or may not keep the pocket on View D. I'm not going to be able to hold much, but I do have to remember that I'm at work. I'm on my feet quite often at work, whether I'm making rounds around my center in my office. So I may keep the pocket, I may not. We'll see. Now, for this pattern is rated as very easy as well. I did not realize that. So I looked up with that one. So what does that mean? What does a very easy pattern mean? Very few steps, very few pieces, very little time I have to invest. For View D, I need how many pieces? This pattern has 7 pieces all together. For View D, I need 3 pieces. The front, the back, and the pocket. I love that. And View D has just about 15 steps. Yep. 15 steps, give or take 1 or 2, because it's broken down across View C and View D. So that's still really good. Should take no time at all. I'm excited about that. If memory serves me correctly, I need 5/8 of a yard for the top, View A. Let's just say 3/4 of a yard, since I'm going to be extending that crop top. And then for View D, I need, based on my body measurements, I cut a 14 the last time, and I sized down significantly. Body measurements put me at a 14 because it's a knit. I always size down one. I made a 14 the last time and had to size down significantly. Second time around, I did a 12 and still had to size down. I'm going to go with the 12 this time around, and that is 1 1/8 yard. But then also remember, I'm cutting the shin and then creating the flounce or the gathers. I'll probably do gathers since it'll be faster, but the flounce is going to look better. So I don't know about that one as of yet. But regardless, I have plenty of fabric. Any extra fabric that I have, I will use to make another top. Maybe something more wearable headed into this time of the year, especially since that's velvet. Or making something for my girl, making her probably a pair of leggings or a top as well, maybe a top to match. Tonight is a work night. It's about 9 p.m. The kids are in bed. Hubs is binge watching one of his favorite shows. So I'm going to invest about an hour and a half just chilling and cutting out my fabric and my pattern pieces. Because there are 6 pieces in total that I need to cut, it shouldn't take me long. This is my dreaded task when it comes to sewing. So I'll do that, and then we'll touch base. I'll see you guys in just a bit. Been about an hour and 10, hour and 15, less than an hour and a half, and I was able to go ahead and cut my pattern pieces and my fabric pieces. I've gone ahead and pinned up my instructions. I've also gone ahead and pinned up my top and my pants. So here's one leg, here's the other leg, and then here's the top. As we discussed earlier, there are very few steps for both of these. I honestly don't even need the instructions. So these should be pretty quick sews when I come back in. I've also cut 2 long rectangles because I'm going to gather these and attach them to the bottom in place of a flounce, because I don't know how to make a flounce from scratch and I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to troubleshoot anything. I just want to get a quick sew for my Halloween costume and be done with it. It took me a little less than an hour and a half to do that, which is awesome. But then I've been spending a lot of my time in the shed just chilling, binge watching Housewives that I haven't watched in such a long time. And then I went ahead and made the alterations to my son's daycare teacher's Halloween costume. So that was a bit tedious because she didn't tell me it had a zipper in it. So I had to take the zipper out, make the alterations, and then put the zipper back in. And yeah, that's why I don't like to do work for other people. That's why. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night because now it's about midnight and I got to get ready for work. So I'll be back out here probably Friday, if not sooner, and knock this out in one night. And I'm excited. I know it's going to be a quick sew. So I'll see you guys later. Welcome back. It's been a minute. We have 4 days until Halloween and I still have nothing to wear. So let's hop to it. Now, I'm foolishly coming into the shed to start working on my costume, knowing that in less than an hour, I need to be taking the kids to a birthday party. But I'm just really eager, and honestly, they're running around making a lot of noise. I just want to escape for a minute. So I picked up my thread not too long ago, so I'm going to go ahead and thread up my machine. I'm happy that I've already pinned everything up. I'll probably just go ahead and press the bottom thread up, maybe go ahead and tackle these sides. I don't know. We'll see what we got going on. I do have my timer set for 40 minutes because at most that's how much time I have to sit in here. I'm going to stop the talking. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll see you guys in just a bit for a final check-in. When I was cutting this fabric, I forgot to extend the length. I forgot that this is a crop top. So it is too short and definitely not going to work. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm going to go ahead and just add a band extending the length. That's what I'm going to do because the pattern, the pant pattern, the elastic folds in. So I don't want to touch the pants, not the waistband. So I'll add a band across the bottom and hopefully it doesn't look too bad. As a matter of fact, what I'll do 2 bands, a front and a back, and the seams will match up on the sides. That's how I do for that. For the pants, I don't want to hike them up too high because they are not high-waisted pants. The length is good, so I'm gonna add the gathered material at the bottom. Once again, I think it is a 1-inch elastic that goes inside. So the length is probably about, the waistband probably hits about right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take in the thigh and then have it flare out. And then I want it nice and fitted, but I don't want a camel toe. So I want it to fit really good around my bum, but making sure I'm not taking in too much so that I have a camel toe. I want it to lay nice and flush, just like that. So it's time for me to head into the house to make sure the kids are all ready to go. So I'm going to leave this here for now. And after the party, after dinner, after bedtime, before I get ready for work, I'll come back out here and finish this up. Really excited. I think it's going to work out well. I'm really happy I was able to tackle all of this in less than 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys in a bit.
It'll take like 4 days.
Corey, go get a pumpkin. You don't want to get a pumpkin? Go get a pumpkin. Let me see you go pick a pumpkin out. Go get a pumpkin. You can't have that pumpkin. Go pick another pumpkin out. No pumpkins? Look at those pumpkins. Those are big pumpkins. Ah, it's a big pumpkin. It's heavy. Where you going? Where you going? Yeah, a big pumpkin.
Wait.
Say cheese. Come on, you gotta keep going. Keep walking with it. Yeah. Kids and I are back from Kersey Valley from my daughter's bestie's birthday party. We had a fabulous time. It was our first time going to Kersey Valley. We'll definitely be going again. So now I'm back, ready to get into it. I'm back briefly because once again, I snuck out the house. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just start working on the band to extend the length of the top, and then I got to run back into the house. All right, let's hop to it. Going on so far. All of my kids are in the shed with me, so this experience is no longer as enjoyable as it once was. So let's start with the top. The top is done except for the armholes. I was going to use some bias tape for the armhole, but I just want to get it done with, so I'm going to do a narrow hem. I also don't have my button up at the top, so I'll take care of that. I wish I had a frog closure, but button it is, so I'll work on that, and then the top will be done. I don't have the elastic in my pants yet, but we put that elastic in there, and the pants and the top should meet pretty well. I'm happy with the width of the pants. I'm gonna go with that. Once I get that elastic in, it should have a nice, good fit like I would like. The length is good. It could be a hair longer, but I won't harp on that. Now, I cut 2 of these pieces to create the hem of the pants. I went ahead and used one for the extension on my top. So now I need to make another one. I've already hemmed this, but now I need to gather around the top and then attach it to the leg and make sure that it is nice and full and flowing. And we should be done. So get to it. Alright, you guys, so that's it. I'm pretty tired. I'm not tired from the project. I'm tired from the birthday party. Got a lot of steps in. A lot of activity. A lot of commotion. I'm going to sleep good. Forget how the kids are going to sleep. I'm going to sleep good tonight. But nonetheless, my outfit, my Halloween costume is completely done with the exception of attaching my snap. I decided to do a snap to enclose the top, upper back of the top instead of a frog closure or instead of a button and a thread carrier. Snap it is because I'm ready to get this done. The pants are completely done and they look oh so good. Now I haven't done a final fit of the pants and top, but I'm quite confident that they are going to fit perfectly. It's been a pretty quick and fun and relaxing so, with the exception of my kids coming in here for that time frame. That sucked. But we won't harp on that. So once I finish this up, I'm gonna head into the house, try it on for hubs, and then I think because this outfit is just kind of plain, it's monochromatic, it's just very there. Styling is going to be oh so important, and it's also going to bring this costume to life so that hopefully when everyone sees me, they'll know exactly who I am trying to embody. So I'm excited. I'm excited. This is going to be a first Halloween for the win. All right, so let me go ahead and finish this up. Now, if you are still here, thank you so much for tuning in. Give me a like if you like this type of content and would like me to do more. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Join the fam. I would love to have you. As always, I love you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Bye.